Hello my friends, Mr. 47 here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Okay, so that's a mouthful. Things are getting serious, okay? And I was actually told to give you guys a trigger warning for this next part. Apparently it gets pretty serious pretty quick. And so you guys been warned, just let you guys know. We're gonna get back into it, and I'm gonna make Yuri my wife. That's the plan. Okay, so we're gonna get back into doing the poetry thing. I don't get the poetry part yet. I don't get it. I'm not very good at it. But so since we're gonna go for Yuri, I think we're going to try to do words that she likes. So which is kind of like vibrant. Okay, see how she jumps up and down over here? It's okay. Vibrant. Let's see. Let's try to do things like that. Sugar. Nope. Okay, fluff, shoot. Okay, hold on. I don't know what she likes. Aura, there we go. Okay, ambient. Yep, okay. I think I know what she likes, but then I start, I lose it. Destiny, there you go. Okay, she likes that. Nope, that's not it. No. Joy. No. No. At least we don't get Natsuki. That's all we care about. Because she talks like this all the time. You know what I mean? I don't know why that was a little Australian. It was New York last time, now it's Australian. This is why I don't do voices in games. Happiness. Nope. Essence. There we go. Hope. No. Vacation. Damn it. Melody. Oh no! Raindrops. Okay, Starscape. Okay, hold on. Fireworks. No. Kawaii? Definitely not. Heaven Sent. There we go. I think I'm playing this right. So hopefully she'll like it more because the words I've chosen, but intellectual. There we go. Okay, cool. I think we got mostly Yuri that time around. There was no rhyme or reason for some of those words, though. Okay, another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Mr. 47. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hey. I can't do the laugh. I can't. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. You simple-minded creature, Sayori. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh, uh-oh. Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry or want an excuse to take a walk. Or you've conveniently planned to forget that you spent all your money so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri-san. That's so bad with Yuri's voice too. Yuri's voice is better than Natsuki's though. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Mr. 47 to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Whoa. Crazy. I like her more. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. You stupid animal. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of us all, isn't there? Dun dun dun. That's called foreshadowing. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, I don't know why my guy speaks like a super. When I do my voice for the game, I'm like, don't worry. She knows what she's doing. I don't know why I like choose a superhero voice. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What? Oh no! Yeah. Ow. What was a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Probably Natsuki, because Natsuki does all the baking. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Yes, Sayori, yes. Cookies are falling from the sky. You marmot. What is with her? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Here we go. Yeah. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oof. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. Bit my tongue. You're going to do a lot over just one cookie. I lost her New York accent. How did that go? I have to find that again. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers, you know. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey. You seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You never heard the bell ring at least? Must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Okay, Monika's and Yuri's voice is too much alike. I gotta change him. I wasn't aware you play music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mr. 47. Monika smiles sweetly and poses provocatively. Not gonna happen, Monika. I am a steel fortress for Yuri. You have no idea. You don't understand the fortress that I am, okay? I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love this chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to book and Natsuki disappeared in the closet, probably to smoke some cigarettes. Where's my cigarettes? Monika! Monika, where are they? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. Crap. Oh, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She seeks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... You mean you're reading this for the first time, Yuri? You lying to me already? Huh? You doing some lying already? We ain't even in a relationship yet, you're already lying to me. Look at this. That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front. I'm sorry, I thought I was reading Yuri again. Front cover. All right, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. Sounds like an awesome book. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri, I actually kind of want to read that book, though. That sounds cool. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. I think that's how she probably laugh. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Mr. 47? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Have you watched my channel? I play horror games all the time. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you relate to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Well, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. I don't know. I'm feeling bad things are coming. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I think I'm putting emphasis on things that I probably shouldn't need emphasis yet. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yeah, you don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Yuri is just an anxious person, and she gets shy, you know? I think that's all that's going on here. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I stay here, right? I slipped in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Just emphasizing the wrong things. Just to add context that actually is not there. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone or human beings. I'm not used to being around them. Because she's a monster, right? Something's wrong. There is something wrong. I don't know. I was warned about this next chapter, or basically this next episode I was gonna do because of the timing, that there was gonna be something very triggering in this. So I'm like really wondering what's gonna happen. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start at the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. People that apologize a lot are used to being in toxic or unhealthy type of relationships or friendships. I do it all the time. I do it all the time too. You know what I mean? And that's from past issues and things like that, you know, and so I can relate to that. That's also why I've been choosing Yuri, because I can relate to her a lot as in my real life. But yeah, that's one of those things, you know what I mean? Like, you feel the constant need to apologize so people don't get mad at you, because you've dealt with people that get mad at you and I'll often punish you for getting mad at you. You know what I mean? So that's why. So that tells us a little backstory about Yuri, I think. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. How scandalous. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it on her thumb after she flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It actually is kind of distracting me. Oh, grow a pair, son, grow a pair. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, right, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? It's such a backhanded thing to say. You're not used to reading, you big buffoon. You big stupid friggin' idiot. You big dumbass. You're not used to the papers with the big words on them, are you? We should get something more pictures, you freaking moron. Look at her, look at her eye, look at her eye. She's thinking the same thing. She's like, you're not used to reading, are you, moron? Okay, I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do since you're such an idiot, such a doofus. But since you've been so patient with me, yeah, thanks. I'm a little slow, apparently. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. She's like done reading both pages, and I'm still struggling on the first page, being like, words. Okay, even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ooh. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also has second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Mr. 47, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant to, that's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, I need a voice, monika voice, here we go. Okay, everyone. Okay, because she has that word about, hey, you know, type of thing going on. See, look at her hand. Look at her hand, that's why. This is very sassy. Okay, what has my life become? Okay, I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. I finally found Monika's voice, I got it. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Trying to wink, but I was like, I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Huh. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight by myself. Be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? This is awkward. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time, you stupid moron. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slipped it back in my bag. This is good. I like this game. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? Oh, I already know. I already know who we're showing it to first. Let's see what you've written for today. You idiot. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Mr. 47. How'd you pick this up so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. Does this normally happen? Like, does this always happen? I'm really curious though, because I know there's different endings. I know there's different ways you can play the game. So like, does like the second time around, are they always like, oh my God, you are a genius? Even though you can't read, but you are a genius. You are he has such a way with words for being entirely stupid. For being absolutely illiterate. He is great with words. He's a wordsmith. Does that happen normally or no? I don't know. I'm curious. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. You know, I really wanted to give it try giving it more imagery. You know, Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I'm not used to holding somebody's hand with reading like this and writing. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Oh, really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Which is sad. That's sad. You know, I've had I'm sure we've all had very similar experiences where we have felt the same, you know, about things we enjoy and things we like to do, you know, where we're afraid that if we do these things in front of people that they're going to think we're stupid, or they're going to think that we're bad at it, you know what I mean? Because we look at other people and we hold people to we hold people to a lower standard, is what I meant to say, than ourselves. We hold ourselves to almost usually, most of the time, a unrealistic standard, and we hold everyone else to a even probably way more realistic standard. I guess I don't know if I'm wording that correctly, but basically, like, you know, someone plays, like, let's use guitar as an example. Somebody plays 4 chords on the guitar and you're like, wow, you're really good. And you think, you're like, wow, I wish I was as cool as they are. And then you play like 5 chords on a guitar, but you're like, yeah, but I didn't play them as good as that person did. You can't picture yourself being that cool, and that's such a weird thing. I don't know why most of us, there are people that are egotistical, but most of us have that sort of feeling about us that we're embarrassed about the things that we do. You know, never think it's good enough. That's what I was getting at, huh? Even your close friends. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Okay, I'm gonna read these in their voices, so I can't wait to get to Natsuki. Stay tuned for that. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering, of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light off of my cutting. Well, that was an odd ending. It's a little more daring without this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical and a lot more cutting with knives, like you're gonna hurt someone. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. It's about a raccoon and bread. If we look at it two-dimensionally, let's just go with that. She was just cutting bread for a raccoon. That's pretty awesome. I like that. But it's not that, right? It's like giving someone more of yourself, right? Let's look deep into this. Let's look into it for a second. Where we give someone a piece of us, especially those that take. There's a lot of takers in this world, a lot of takers. There's only a few of us givers, okay? And a lot of us givers give to someone else until we're depleted. And they keep coming back for more, and yet we still cut and give off a piece of ourselves until we are nothing left. Maybe those people are the raccoon and we're the bread. Do you ever think of that? Me neither. Okay. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I can take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what that's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. You know, you being an absolute stupid donkey. You probably can just relate to the bread being a loaf of useless nothing. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Mr. 47? Well, I have a lot of things like that. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh boy. Who should... All right, Monika. Hi again, Mr. 47. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon... Now she sounds like she's deranged. Like she's on the verge of a mental breakdown. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. All right. Great job, Mr. 47. You get a gold star. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. If you keep everybody's expectations low, they won't be disappointed when the bad happens. That's how I think. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Wow, it's me in game is me in real life. What is happening? Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. You do you, boo-boo. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Not really, Monika. But sure, I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless. A meaninglessness. A noise. The noise, it won't... Could I scroll down in Yuri's too before and I didn't know it? Oh no. Yuri, I'm so sorry. I missed the rest of your cutting of the bread. The noise, it won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me. We're not going there. Moving on. Seem more abstract than your last one, huh? And I have a lot of questions about the last line. I have a lot of questions. I mean, I only really have one question, but... Anyway, let's not. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that, Monika. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on a paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. You want to see a magic trick? Supposed to have a pencil? No? Okay. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. And when that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay, Monika. Woo! Okay. A little foreboding. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She's crazy. Or I made her crazy by talking that way, but I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna do sayori last. Because sayori, I don't know, kind of how we did last time. And so, okay, Natsuki. Hold on, I need to get a drink for this one. Yeah, got my Nesquik, you know, because I'm an adult. Not a sponsor, by the way. Okay, Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh, phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. And a train wreck yourself. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing. Maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. What to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Oh, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how could someone that's so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. I'm so glad that I made her that voice, because she's a douche. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she probably would just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem or some shit. Here. Here we go with yours. You think my poems are stupid? Let's read yours, Natsuki. The cargo's room. The bread has butter. The rain makes me wet. Oh, here we go. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. What? Gotta compose myself. One time, I hurt my leg really bad, and Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me, because she likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. But what if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It don't matter if she likes other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad. Not bad, right? It's going a bit longer than yesterday's and more stupid, Natsuki. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I don't like spiders. I doubt I'll have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about everyone thinks my... It doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out, they make fun of you and think less of you. That just makes people stupid and they end up at the bottom of the river. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Did I read? Okay, good, that was all Natsuki. I was like, I thought that I was actually reading. Never mind. Yuri wrote about something similar today. You say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not sure there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. Obviously, have you seen her poems? I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Monika, where my cigarettes at? Monika. Alright, sayori. Oh, I like this one, Mr. 47. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for your own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No, I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Mr. 47. Never, ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. And if it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. She's adorable though. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. And sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and then things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Yeah, we get better expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Mr. 47. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? I pop off my scalp. Okay. That totally just stopped me in my tracks. But she's talking about in the perspective of a bottle. Okay, here we go. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger, pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle and keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile again between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Actually, I thought that was really good, and then definitely, like, you thought it was gonna keep going on this happy little, you know, it's happy sayori way, and it totally did not, actually. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. My point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sorry's had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. It's about the festival. Well, sort of. Do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything together just a few days. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can get out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to do for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monika. Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start pulling your posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining Yuri shakes her head in fear. I'm sorry. I love the voices that come out of this game for these episodes. I love it. It fits her so well because she's an obnoxious person. Okay, guys. No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club, and if we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings. but in being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. At least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Oh, right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours, and we're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. My Monika voice keeps getting messed up between everybody. And so Monika's voice erratically changes. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is that's what I want. More direct. Monika's direct. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice, see? Told you, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to imply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud, and Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called The After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a minute ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished, and everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. That was really good. Thank you for sharing. There it is. That looks like Yuri is looking down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself. like in front of a mirror or on your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said, oh, whoops. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Mr. 47 liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you very nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind it depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time for the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Mr. 47. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Mr. 47 lower everyone's standards a little more before I go do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. I'm walking here. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. That was a little, premature. This poem is called, Why Are Y'all Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Wait, the poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. No, I really want to hear this one. Don't skip it, because I'm sure it's stupid. Please give it to me. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Aw. Yes, Natsuki is nice inside, I guess. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Also, I take this time to, like, if you guys write like Natsuki, I'm not saying that writing style is stupid. I just don't like Natsuki, and that's all I'm really saying about that, because there is no judgment on anybody's art at all. You know what I mean? Whatever we perceive it as or whatever, there is no judgment on that. Like, it's what comes from somebody's soul, and no matter what it is, it's important. It's beautiful, no matter what it is. Anyway, back to shitting on Natsuki. Here we go. Okay, Natsuki finishes. Everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of the other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just for my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so. Well, I guess I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting all in this effort in the club. It makes me really happy, Pose. Yeah. Nope, no problem. Okay. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Today, Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Oh, whoops, 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 whoops. No. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Miss Boyce, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Huh? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day you're asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Oh, no, I should have more clear. Sorry, the world needs you and your brightness and your happiness. The world needs you, I need you. I just need Yuri too. Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Doing those voices, guys, for you, okay? Kills my throat. I hope you guys know that. But I do it for you and your entertainment. Hopefully got a laugh or two out of you guys. Seriously, my throat's destroyed. But I'm gonna leave this episode here. Guys, I really like this game. I'm really glad that you guys, that it was suggested to me. It's actually a lot of fun. And I do know, so obviously they said there's a trigger warning. Unless I missed it, I didn't see it. Unless it was about the bread thing. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but again, because of trigger warnings, but I think I might understand with the bread and the knife and stuff, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to speculate, but I think I have an idea. Or I could just be looking into it too much. But that being said, that's the end of that episode. If you guys liked it though, please hit the like button. It's very important to me. It lets me know that you guys enjoy what I do. And if you do, please subscribe. I've been Mr. 47. You guys have been amazing. Until next time.